This is the Relay airdrop tutorial that no one's showing you. We're here to show you the secret protocols that you can use in order to qualify for the biggest Relay airdrop. The Relay token is confirmed and we're back with part 2 of the Relay protocol airdrop tutorial. With over $14 million raised for a cross-chain bridge, this could be one of the biggest airdrops that we won't want to miss. So before we begin, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button and let's dive straight into it. And to begin with, it's obvious we want to start with the Relay protocol. And once we're here, guys, we need to get ourselves logged in. You can use any of the compatible wallets because, of course, this is a cross-chain and multi-chain bridge and swapping protocol. And therefore, as you can see here, there's a huge list of different networks, whether you're looking for a layer 1 such as Ethereum or Solana, or whether you're looking for a layer 2 such as Arbitrum, Base, and so on. Guys, honestly, look at the huge list of different networks. That's why we're here to show you exactly how to swap and bridge using the Relay protocol in order to qualify for their airdrop. So what's the plan? Well, step 1 is of course building up as many transactions and as much volume as possible on Relay. However, we're here to show you some other protocols of which aren't really shown as much and not many people are talking about, and I've managed to find it through scouting through their documentation and blogs, and I will show you that in a minute. But step 1, guys, we need to utilize the Relay bridge as much as possible. So what we want to do is, like I said, build up transactions, build up volume, and now we want to actually stack up as many different networks as we possibly can. And therefore, what we want to do is, guys, we want to start off with our ETH tokens on Base. It's entirely up to you if you want to follow my routes. We are going to be qualifying for multiple airdrops along the way. Base is rumored to do an airdrop. We all know that too, but it is obviously might not be likely this year. However, starting off with Base up top, down below, we're now going to choose another network. It could very simply be another Ethereum layer 2. It could be a layer 1 or whatever it may be. Let's just say, as an example, guys, we wanted to qualify for another airdrop of which may be coming very soon. And that, of course, is going to be Unichain. Unichain is an airdrop that we've been focusing on, and we have airdrop tutorials on the YouTube channel. Therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bridge an amount. It's going to be roughly 0.007, which is $18.30. I know it's not that much. This is just a tutorial. However, the more that you can bridge to and from different networks, the better off you will be in terms of an airdrop, because in my opinion, I believe volume is going to be a huge factor to get a bigger airdrop on Relay. So step 1, I'm performing a swap. And boom, as you can see, it is now processing the swap. You just have to wait a couple seconds and it will complete the transaction. As you can see, we just need to wait, and 8 seconds it is done. Therefore, we have used one source chain and one destination chain. The source chain is the network that you are bridging from, and the destination chain is of course the end result of which you are sending your assets to. So we've used one network on each. You could very simply reverse it to add another source and destination chain. However, let's just say we wanted to bridge from Unichain this time using our ETH tokens. This is going to stack up a transaction on Unichain. Down below, we're now going to choose another network. What I think is best, guys, is to just choose a random network, maybe a network that you don't have assets on or that you'd like to use. It's entirely up to you. But let's just say we chose Optimism as an example, as this is going to be doing an airdrop too, as we all know, Optimism number 6, and we have the airdrop tutorial on our channel. But let's just say this time we wanted to swap and bridge into the USDC token on Optimism from the Unichain network using ETH tokens. All I'm going to do is very simply choose an amount. Again, it could be 0.08. This time it's going to be roughly $20.70. No problem. I know it's not that much volume, like I said, but we are still stacking up some transactions day after day. Now, so far that is roughly $40 in volume and 2 transactions and 3 different chains that we've used all in all: Unichain, Base, and Optimism. Now, all of these are layer 2s. However, guys, we want to use as many different networks as possible and as much volume as possible. And therefore, I'm now going to choose a different network to bridge from and a different network to bridge to. So this time, guys, I could very simply go over to Optimism, and this time I could bridge over my USDC over to the Solana network. Now, you're going to need to have a Solana wallet in order to do this. But what we want to do is very simply select a Solana wallet. For me, it's going to be Phantom, and therefore I'm now going to get myself logged in, of which I've done in the past, and we can see that here. However, what we now want to do is ensure that that is our wallet address, and therefore you're going to confirm that by going up here, and you can see that is the same wallet. Fantastic. So I'm now going to choose an amount. I'm now going to do all of this USDC over to Solana. That is my choice, and that is going to be a nice transaction of which is extra volume and a complete different network of which we are using. I think this is a fantastic way of qualifying for the airdrop, guys, by utilizing a variety of different networks. We've now used 4 different networks, and you can also bridge from Solana to EVM networks as well. Absolutely beautiful. Guys, this platform is not only going to reward us in airdrops, but it is also rewarding us in convenience. Yes, I mean that this is one of the most convenient protocols out there in the the world of Web3 because I can seamlessly move assets to and from a variety of different networks in just a matter of seconds. I can literally go up into my Phantom wallet now and we'll see that we've got USDC appearing right here in just 5 seconds. Beautiful. Honestly, some of the other bridges that I've used, guys, takes 20, 30, 40 minutes. A fantastic protocol right here. Now, we could go all day showing you how to swap and bridge to and from a variety of different networks using Relay, but we think you get the point because we showed you that in part 1. What is part 2 of this tutorial? Well, guys, what happened was I was researching over on Relay because of a tweet that I came across the other day. And this tweet is from a legend that I follow over on X. Make sure to follow him, AcedD72. Here, guys, he says that the airdrop is confirmed. Big news. Yesterday, the team indirectly confirmed the Relay token. All you have to do to be eligible is bridge over on Relay. So you can see some of the routes that he's provided. Fantastic. Now, you can also use those routes, guys. It's entirely up to you which routes you do. But we can see that Relay is backed by Reservoir that raised $14 million. And you can see down here, Relay Protocol replying to some real detective work here, stating that, of course, we have got a Relay token coming. Now, that is, of course, indirectly said, just like Ace said, but we can see that they've raised $14 million, and hopefully this will be for the token airdrop. Now, after reading this blog that I found over on the Relay website, I just managed to find it randomly. This was actually written in 2025 of February. Down below, you can see everything about the backing of the $14 million they raised. However, what got my attention was right here. Relay, Reservoir Swap, and Reservoir NFT. Now, seeming as that Relay is, of course, backed by Reservoir, they raised $14 million. It is one of their primary protocols. What I did was I checked over on Reservoir Swap, and here you can basically see the exact same user interface as Relay. Therefore, this is giving me a huge indicator as to use this protocol in order to help us qualify for the Relay airdrop. Now, I don't know whether or not this is going to be the case, guys, but I do think that they have ties, and therefore the more transactions and volume you can stack up on both Reservoir and, of course, Relay, the better off you will be. Plus, there's also a bonus protocol for those who like NFTs. This is an NFT marketplace of which you can check out yourselves if, of course, you wanted to do this. Now, me personally, guys, I'm not going to be doing this because I am not a NFT trader whatsoever, and I do not know which ones are worth minting. But you can check out any different NFT collections that you like. It's entirely up to you. You can filter it down by a variety of different networks. Honestly, the choice is yours. But we're going to leave it at that, my friends, and we can now move over to Reservoir Swap, where we want to conduct a few transactions to help us qualify for the airdrop. Now, the thing is with Reservoir Swap that there's not many networks of which you can use. However, in the top right corner, we can see that we've got Shape, Redstone, Abstract, Cyber, Inc, Bob, Anime, and Zero Mainnet. Now, what I would say is, guys, that you can actually use the Relay protocol to bridge to any of these networks. So, for example, if I wanted to use Zero Mainnet as my example, all I would do is, guys, head back over to Relay, and this is where it comes in handy. We're now going to go over to any network of our choice. This time it could be Sonium. This is just to add another network and, of course, help us with the Sonium airdrop. Fantastic. Next, I'm now going to scroll down and find the Zero network, which I can. Thanks to Relay, we have got an infinite amount of networks, so we're going to very simply choose the ETH token to bridge over to because that is the native gas token. Therefore, I'm just going to now choose an amount. It doesn't have to be that much, guys. It could honestly be, I don't know, $5, $10, whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. Let's just say we did $6.50 as a tutorial. This is a nice, simple cross-chain bridge, another transaction, and of course, not that much volume, but no problem. However, we are now conducting one more transaction over on Relay in order to use Reservoir. This is going to help us for this airdrop. I'm pretty sure of it, guys. Reservoir is a partner of Relay, so therefore it will obviously help out in my opinion. So going back over to Reservoir, what we now want to do is refresh the page, confirm that we've got the Zero network up top or whichever network that you've chosen up on this list. It's entirely up to you. Next, we're just going to choose the token. Let's just choose USDC as an example. Very, very simple. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to choose 0.001. That is $2.62. Wait for it to load up and boom. There you go. That is a nice, simple and easy swap over on Reservoir. So you can very simply do this back and forth, guys. It's entirely up to you. You have many choices to do, but you know, the primary thing to do is stack up transactions and build up volume on as many different networks as possible on both Reservoir and Relay. Now, what gives me a better feeling as to why I believe that Reservoir is a good platform to use in order to qualify for Relay's airdrop is because if you go into the top left corner, we can see down here that we've got Reservoir apps and Relay Bridge is one of them. It takes you directly there, guys, and of course, this is where we're going to qualify for the airdrop as well. So that's a 2-in-1 airdrop tutorial, my friends, for Relay. But it doesn't end there, because the last thing that we want to show you in order to qualify for their airdrop is by now heading over to the Relay Discord. And you can do that by going up into the More section, and you're going to see either X or Discord. So once you head over to Discord, once you get yourselves acquainted, all you want to do is chat with the community, help out new members, help out people who are completely new to Web3 and need help swapping and bridging to and from different networks. Honestly, the more that you can participate in their ecosystem and community, the better off you will be. I personally think they're going to reward Discord users heavily, and therefore by coming in here and creating memes and chatting with people and becoming a solid community member, you could get yourselves a bigger multiplier or allocation for Relay. Nonetheless, that is the last thing that we want to show you how to qualify for the airdrop. But after you've done that, guys, the last thing that you want to do is very simply check out your transactions over on Relay. So you can do that by heading over to the transaction section. And here, all you need to do is go up into your wallet, copy your wallet address, and now paste it into this search bar here, of which is going to come up with all the transactions that you've ever done on the Relay protocol. However, you can very simply go and manually read them all yourselves and see how much volume you've done if you have got good maths like that and if you've got the time. Or you could very simply use a platform known as Wenza, which I like to use in order to track my airdrop activity. So we can see linear, we can see monad, base, arbitrum, optimism, ... But we want to scroll down to the protocol section, which is Relay. Now, all we need to do is, again, paste our wallet address. Check it. Boom. As you can see, it's going to load up, so wait a couple seconds. As you can see, we have got 118 transactions, $4,810 in volume, wallet age 480 days, unique days that I've used this platform 64, unique weeks 12, and unique months 9. So the most used chain is Base, and we've used 16 out of 75. So you can see that very simply, these are the 3 most important indicators of which we need to do and focus on in order to qualify for the airdrop. Not only that, by utilizing it on unique days, weeks, and months, you show how active you are on Relay. So if you come in once every day, guys, you are going to show that you are a loyal, active user on Relay. Now, I don't think by doing 5-cent transactions, you're going to qualify for the airdrop. I personally think a minimum of $1,000 in volume is going to be needed, or at least 100 transactions, something along those lines. And what you want to do is, like I mentioned earlier in the Relay airdrop tutorial, you want to use as many source and destination chains as possible. So as long as it's a green tick on either the Base, Zora, or whatever networks that you're using, that means that you've used that network as either a source or destination chain. So scrolling down, you'll be able to see that I haven't used Polygon as a destination chain. I haven't used Shape as a source chain or Hyper EVM ... So you can see the huge variety of different networks that we haven't used and we can use to help us qualify for the airdrop. Guys, we might be running out in time, and therefore you might want to use this as much as possible now in order to qualify for the airdrop. It might be too late. I'm not exactly sure. The snapshot may have been taken, but I don't think it has. And I believe that it probably will come in some point in Q3 or even Q4. Probably when the market conditions are picking up and the altcoins are going up to their all-time high once again, probably around that time. But hopefully, guys, we'll see a nice fat airdrop, and hopefully this tutorial makes you eligible. I really hope it does, because it's exactly what I'm doing to qualify for the airdrop. We've shown you things that people aren't using, and therefore this video should help you get the biggest allocation possible if, of course, you stack up those transactions and build that volume. Friends, we appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Remember, we're not financial advisors whatsoever. We do not give any financial advice. Use a burner wallet for extra security, and always conduct your own research. If you have any requests whatsoever, let us know in the comment section down below, or any help whatsoever, we'll be happy to help. Friends, we appreciate you, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.